Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters. It's time to rise and shine with Astro Fenixx. So this is going to be your daily Astro report for today, the last day of 2018, the last 24 hours of 2018. This Monday, December 31st of 2018. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this video. What a wild ride it has been this year. Just a quick announcement before we get into the rest of the reading. I will be going live tonight, even though I am working my day job today. But I will be going live tonight, probably around anywhere between 10:30 and 11 or so. So, if you want to bring in the new year with me, join me for a live video tonight where I talk about sort of like this recap of 2018 and then, of course, what we can expect or not really expect, because I think 2019 is going to be kind of a year where we're going to expect some things and some of the things are going to happen, but those things are going to lead to things that we didn't really expect, and it's going to cause even a larger transformation than we could have possibly imagined. So it's going to be a very fun year. So join me tonight for that live. Like I said, it'll be probably around 10:30 or 11. Don't know if I'll go to exactly midnight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to bring in the new year. But at the very least, I did want to make that video. But this is going to be your daily reading, your daily reports. This is, of course, going to be augmented by the blog post that I already made last night. After posting this video, I will link that in the description below so you can check that out. And it's kind of interesting, all the cards I drew for this week. I even have some repeats as far as cards. But what we're focusing on today, as far as the astrology, is actually Libra. And what's interesting here is that, we don't have any energy in Libra at the moment. So we need to, of course, look at the ruler of Libra or anything that's making an aspect to Libra energy. And what is Libra energy? Of course, it's about partnerships and relationships. It's about finding balance. In many ways, about seeking order. But really, it's about this integration of these dual aspects. Libra is this energy where we do have to acknowledge that we are both sides of the equation. A lot of times we like to think that, we are one way and then there, other people are another way, or we are on one side and other people are on the other side. But we have to realize that the grass is greener on both sides. The grass could also not be greener on both sides. That's kind of the interesting thing about Libra. And the other thing about Libra energy, of course, is that being its opposite of Aries, which is all about cardinal fire, initiating and acting in more of a passionate way, and creating more of that aspect. Libra with the cardinal air is about initiating conversations that needs to be had, initiating relationships, partnerships that are going to lend to one's growth. But it's also about balancing that aspect of ourselves, balancing that more selfish aspect of ourselves. And when I say selfish in this context, I don't mean it as a bad thing. I mean it as, you have your needs and you have your wants, but it's also about balancing those needs and wants with other people. Because we have to realize that while there are many things that we can do on our own, no man is an island, no woman is an island. So Libra teaches that and how important it is. And I think having this card at the end of 2018 as sort of like this backup card to the other cards that I drew today, which of course, like I said, you can see that in the blog post below. This is definitely going to be a time where we're going to be kind of considering all that we've been through, and we're going to kind of be going over everything. It's like this big final yearly review, and now we're going to start putting things on the scales. And really, what's happening is that we're going to be kind of separating things out as far as what we're going to take with us on the journey into 2019 and what needs to be left behind. What we're going to take with us and what needs to be left behind. And I think it's about looking at what we're leaving behind, not in a disdain, like in a look of disdain or a distasteful way, but in a way where it's like, you know what? I've gained knowledge and wisdom from having gone through this experience or having been communicating with this person or these group of people. But even if you feel the need to leave things behind, to not just push it to the side and completely just disregard it. Leave it behind, sure, but this isn't about completely disregarding it. This is about accepting things for what has happened, moving forward, and also appreciating where you have been because it has given you wisdom. We have to remember that the planet Saturn is exalted in Libra. So now let's look at some of the planets of Libra. Now the ruling planet of Libra, Venus, is in Scorpio. So this is about opening up and receiving this deeper quality of ourselves. Venus in many ways is considered the planet of love, but this is also about kind of like these wants and these desires. And like I said, in many ways, how we open up to our experience, how we open up to other people, right? And so we're opening up to this deeper aspect, Scorpio or the depths, it's considered hell, right? It's, the underworld, these undercurrents that drive a lot of our actions via our subconscious, right? And it's interesting because, Mars is a co-ruler of Scorpio. And let's look at where Mars is. Mars later on today, going into the new year, actually right before the new year, pretty much a few hours before, will be coming into its home sign of Aries. So we'll have another planet at home, right? So we're going to have Mars in Aries. We're going to have Saturn in Capricorn, right? We have Jupiter in Sagittarius, and we have Neptune in Pisces. We have a lot of planets that are coming home. So this is definitely going to be a very unique and incredible opportunity for you to really seize this moment and to really look at your life and to see, where are the scales kind of skewed in one way? Where have you may have been giving too much of yourself to people who don't necessarily deserve it? And when I say that, I mean they don't deserve it because they don't necessarily see and appreciate the true you. Okay? With Mars moving into the opposite sign of Libra, this is definitely going to be a time where people are going to be feeling more selfish. People are going to definitely be feeling more of themselves. They're definitely going to be acting more on what their personal wants and their personal desires are. But we also have to remember and consider that we do affect people around us. Everybody affects everybody. So today's going to be this moment where you're definitely going to feel this fiery passion. People are going to definitely be making New Year's resolutions and all this sort of stuff, and they're going to be feeling really fired up and passionate. We have to consider that Mars is cardinal fire, and it's going to the sign of Aries, and Aries is very much so. I'm not going to say. I'm not even going to say it. Actually, I'm going to think it. Some of you can actually see thoughts, know what I just thought. But Aries is sort of this youthful energy that can be a little wild at the seams, but harnessed and controlled and then directed like a laser. This is why Mars is exalted in Capricorn. It can be a very powerful force. So be wary today that, people around you, especially towards the evening, they're definitely going to be feeling fired up and super passionate. They may even start acting in ways that may deter you a bit. But understand that that's really just Mars coming into the opposite side of Libra. That's really all of these planets coming home. This is really people starting to really, truly realign with their purpose and what they're here to do. So this Libra card is, like I said, it's reminding us to integrate these aspects, to see where the scales may have been skewed, to see that if there are certain things that you want in life, I'm going to give you an example real fast before I leave. If there's something that you want in your life, you have to understand, like, say you want to become more fit, you want to start to exercise more. The scales may be tipped in the way that you may have too much weight or too many actions directed into watching TV, or maybe too many actions directed into not eating as healthy as you could be. Maybe it's time to start to substitute some things. Maybe instead of watching 2 hours of TV, you watch maybe 1 hour of TV and then you go to the gym. You see how that works? This is how the scales begin to tip. So you begin to invest more energy into that side, which will bring you that balance, which will bring you that harmony, which will bring you that inner peace. And when you have that inner peace, well, you'll start to radiate that to everyone else around you. That is it for your reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. make sure to check out that blog post that augments this reading. That will be linked in the description below. And if you would like a personal reading with me, beloved, I am running a sale on all of my services. And I'm probably going to just continue to sell on through January because I do really feel like, and for these readings, what I'm probably going to be doing is not just going to be like, I'm probably going to give people like a kind of almost like a 2019 yearly review to kind of give them like some tidbits and insights to what this year is going to mean for them, what's going to entail for them. So if you would like to take advantage of that sale, the link to my website is also in the description below. And as always, my beautiful brothers and sisters, always remember to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.